Hey fam, welcome to 7 Minute Core at Home Abs with Jonathan Neal of Jonathan Neal Fitness. Let's go ahead and get started here. We're going to set our timer. We got 7 minutes of abs to go, so let's set that, and we're starting with a 3-way crunch. We're going to get the legs up, make sure your back is flat, and then we're going to crunch in 3 different directions. How surprising. We're crunching right up the middle, we're crunching up the right leg, and we're crunching up the left leg. Now, how you want to break that up, whatever rhythm works for you, that's fine with me. You can go up the middle, off to the left, then off to the right, and just kind of go like that, or you can go up the middle, off to the right, up the middle, off to the left. The real key is to make sure you're doing an even amount on each direction. Even if you do a few extra down the middle, that's fine. We just want to make sure those two sides are even. Now, while you're crunching, of course, you want to keep your lower back flat, especially with those legs up. You want to make sure that you're really crunching those abs by lifting the ribs off the ground. You might obviously going to have to lift your head and other stuff too, but you don't want to feel too much neck. You want to relax that neck, draw in the jaw, and focus on lifting the ribs and getting the abs to engage. That's what we're here for in the first place. And again, you can use any variety of those 3 directions, but make sure you're representing them equally and make sure that you're actually feeling those abdominals do the work. We want to feel the shoulders trying to lift off the ground. When you crunch to the sides, don't rotate so far that you start to roll over to the side. We want to crunch, not rolling onto our side. The back, again, should stay flat. Let's keep these crunches going. 2 minutes. I know it's a long time. Hey, I did it too. But we want to make sure that we really get these things working. Your abdominals are generally on these external abdominals endurance muscles, so you want to make sure you challenge them in that way. We only got a little bit of time left. Let's keep feeling that burn, keep lifting those ribs, keep feeling those abs do their job here. I want to feel a nice bit of tension and burn, especially in the upper abs and those obliques as we rotate to each side. All right, that's enough of those, though. Let's go ahead and bring it on up. We're going to take a seated position for a seated twist. This one, we're going to try to have our feet off the ground. We want to try to curl those feet back. Now, when I say feet off the ground, I don't mean just a little. You want to get your feet at least as high as your knees, or maybe a little higher. You'll feel the difference. Curl the toes back. Lift your rib cage. Draw the chin in a bit. Focus on control. Try to squeeze your knees together. Try to keep your feet squeezed together. Anything that makes more tension in the tummy and less in those hip flexors and thighs, you're trying to explore that out. As always, I'm going to give you guys the best cues that I can. Ultimately, you got to explore. You got to be feeling what you're actually getting there. And if something's not working, if I'm feeling hip flexors, maybe I got to try some of these things. Squeeze those knees, keep them in the center. Maybe I even explore going to one side by bringing that knee in. Maybe I explore going to the other side, feeling that side. We want to take our time to explore each of these exercises. For now, though, let's go ahead and bring it on down. We're going to be doing a little hip lift that we call feet to ceiling. On the first couple, you'll see me here. I get a little bit of swing. I'm just trying to flatten out that lower back. But ultimately, we start to refine it into just a lift of the feet towards the ceiling. That's why we call it feet to ceiling. But we're not really thinking about the feet or the ceiling. We're focusing on what's happening at the lower abs and at the lower back. We're trying to curl that lower back, that tailbone, that sacrum off the ground as we reach up. And that should, if we're doing it right, get a nice little cook, a nice little burn in those lower abdominals. And that's what we're looking for. So stay focused on what you're doing. It's a small movement. It doesn't take a lot of movement, but it does take a lot of focus to make sure we're curling that pelvis up and getting those lower abdominals to get their burn and to do their job. That's what the lower abs do. They curl that pelvis up. So let's keep going for a couple more and see if we can feel that here. Now, when you're done with those, we're going to break it on down onto our right arm for a side plank on the right side. Right elbow is directly below the right shoulder. You can stagger or stack your feet, but let's get that top hand up, and then we're starting to reach on through. So I want you to imagine that you got a $100 bill behind you, and you're trying to reach as far as you can to try to grab that thing. We really want to get a good rotation under, and then when we come up, just coming up to nice and flat. Make sure you don't over swing on the way up. We don't want to jerk on that bottom shoulder. Just to a nice flat shape, and then curl, reach, feeling those right side abdominals. We really want to feel those right side obliques stabilizing and working hard here. If If you don't feel that, again, got to start exploring. Got to change some things around until you really feel that target area. Don't want to be wasting your time here. You want to be on target. Couple more here, feeling that. Now, whenever you're ready, you can bring it on down. We got to switch to the other side. And again, same thing here. You want to make sure that that elbow is directly underneath of the shoulder. Whether the feet are stacked or staggered, make sure that you feel pretty even and balanced. And then top arm reaches under. We're just curling right through. Again, this time, let's get a little bit more. Imagine you got $1,000 bill and it's way back there behind you. And you're trying to reach back there, grab that baby. We want to feel that curling, that engagement, but again, it's not just about doing a movement, it's about making sure we're feeling it in the correct area. I want to feel those left side abdominals here, the obliques, everything between the ribs and the hip bones. I want to be drawing in slightly with those lower belly muscles so that I keep that TVA braced and I can really feel that strong isometric holding there, really getting a nice burn in that left side. Almost there. Good. Now let's go ahead and bring that down. Last one's going to be more for the back side of the core. We're going to lay on the belly. We're going to come into a Superman or Cobra type position, and then we're basically going to start doing an alternating row. That means the elbow pulls back. We feel the lats. We feel the middle back. We can feel the lower back working here. That's fine. Those muscles need to get strong too, but we do not want to feel compression at the lower spine. If you feel trouble down at that lower back, like pressure, you want to adjust. Maybe even bring the feet down for this one. Maybe go a little lighter arch, or maybe just focus more on getting into those upper and middle back muscles. Bring the chin in. Don't arch and crush the neck. Keep that thing nice and long. We want a long, healthy spine with strong middle and upper back engagement here. We just have a few more to go. Stay focused. We're almost there, coming up on the end of that 7 minutes of core. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and bring it on down. I like to do a little arch. If you like this, please go ahead, like it, share, subscribe, so that we can have everybody getting a nice, strong core. That's what I really want, is for everyone to be healthy. So thanks for watching. See you next time.